I just wanted to share this time last year. I struggled with praying for healing. I've probably told this to so many people, but I'm going to share it again just in case there's one person that doesn't know. But it's just about our faith and what God can do with it. And I think I just want to encourage you that it doesn't matter how small or how big your faith is in Jesus, he can do mighty things for you. And I was reminded that last year, praying for healing, and when a little girl got sick this time last year, she got sick with sepsis, and I just really struggled with it because any type of illness is horrible, isn't it? And you just want to see breakthrough and you want to see healing. But God took me on a journey with that to just be able to pray for her and other people that were needing healing. And God just reminded me of that tiny mustard seed. That's all you need. It doesn't matter. You don't have to have a method or a certain way of doing things to ask God to heal you or ask God to break through. You come as you are, and he can do amazing things. And to be honest, she didn't get healed instantly, and that's still a process. And there's other people that haven't got healed that we know of. But I think he just wants to do a work in you as well through that. It's about us on that journey with him. So when we're praying for healing, he's saying, I see your faith. And then what can change in that is amazing, because this time last year, if you asked me to pray for you, I would have been scared. But I will happily pray for anyone now. So don't underestimate the power of God, even in that process of doubt, because he reminded me of that. Just that tiny, and it's so small, that tiny little mustard seed. I just can't get over how tiny it is. And that's all he wants. He just wants you to step into something, and that faith is what he wants. Why does he want to use us? We're a mess, aren't we? But it's so important to him, that faith in him. And it's all the way through the Bible, isn't it? Just, daughter, I see your faith. Your faith has healed you. It's about, that's what he wants to see. And that, because I often wonder, why does he want to use us? He can do anything, but he wants to use us in these things. So I wasn't going to share that, but but I just felt like to share that. And the scripture I've got, so I get shaky when I'm on the mic. There's something about being on the mic. It makes me all, woo. Let me just shake that up a bit. Okay. Yeah, I just want to share this scripture in Ecclesiastes. It spoke to me many years ago when there's different seasons, different things in your life. We all go through different things, don't we? And sometimes we're like, oh, God, I don't see you in this. And sometimes it's like, oh, I see you in that bit. I don't see you in that bit. But I just wanted to encourage you all with this scripture. So Ecclesiastes, is that right? Am I saying that right? Ecclesiastes? Yeah, okay. So 3 and verse 1. There is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens. A time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to uproot, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to tear down and a time to build, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to scatter stones and a time to gather them, time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to search and a time to give up, a time to keep and a time to throw away, a time to tear and a time to mend, a time to be silent and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time for war and a time for peace. And I remember we did a Bible study, because you could do a Bible study on that, on just that verse there, that scripture there. And I know some of them sound harsh, don't they? Hate and war and all of that, but there is meaning behind it. So I encourage you to go back and study that for yourself. There's meaning for all of that. It doesn't mean we hate people and stuff like that. It's about hating something, like what's going on right now. We hate that we get told not to sing. That's right. That's okay. That's all right to have that anger in you, because it's against God. I know I've heard a lot of people say things about that they get confused because it sounds like you're against someone. But it's not. It's about hating something that's not of God. But for me, it's just that the season that we're in right now, yeah, there's a purpose to it. We can make a stand, like what Rich was saying. We can make a stand in this time. It's horrible. I know that we all had different fears with it. I battle with it as well. With the social distancing and all of that kind of stuff that we get told to do. We're not allowed to do certain things. But in these times, God is still there. He's moving. He doesn't stop just because there's a virus going on. So there is a time for everything. And that, for me, it's just great. And like with the journey of whatever you're going through, this time last year, just think of how far you've come. Even if it's tiny, even if it sounds like a really small thing, how far you've come, even if it's just that little step forward, just encourage you. Yeah, just encourage you that. Yeah, this dance is, like I was saying, it's Rosh Hashanah now, and it's about the word, it's about the Bible being powerful, that's the theme. And yeah, so there's a few props. I'm sure you'll get it, you'll understand. And also, I just want to encourage you, sorry, you can't shut me up now. I just want to encourage you, because sometimes we forget, like we read about the Old Testament, we read about, what Jesus did, and that's why we're who we are today. But we're part of this story. We're part of the Bible story. We're in this as well. I just want to encourage you that sometimes we forget that. We're living the modern life, and we think, it just feels like we're very separate from the Bible. We're in this. We're in the story. So everything that God's written, we're in it now. And I just think that's quite cool as well, because we know about the Old Testament. We know about Jesus, and that's who we are today. But we're in this. We're in the Bible story. Right? I know that's. I don't know if you understand what I mean by that. Do you understand what I mean? Okay. Yeah, just to encourage you.